What up, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. It's absolutely free. Join the G-Life. Now, I had gotten asked, what's my opinion on the whole, Chief Keef, getting arrested and the whole Tupac thing and the whole fiasco that happened, right? Overall, well, he brought it upon himself, you know what I mean? I don't know where he would think or get this idea of this statute of limitation and that it was okay for him to speak as reckless about the crime as he did. This is a murder we're talking about, right? And a high case murder at that, So, for him to, so casually be out there talking about this is mind blowing, right? People saying Vlad strikes again, Vlad's to blame, Vlad. Vlad is a journalist. His job is to ask the questions that people want to know, right? That's how a journalist gets to the level that he gets to, by asking the questions that the people want to know. These are questions people want to know, so he asks. It's up to the person if he's going to answer the question. You don't have to answer the question. You could say next question. You could, say you just don't want to talk about the matter, and they move on. Vlad's not going to stay there and be like, no, you have to answer. Even if you are paid, you know what I mean? You're being paid for the interview, but if you don't want to answer some questions, you don't have to. That's how it works. So he didn't have to do what he did, but he wanted to talk about it and started talking about it. That's not Vlad's fault. Vlad's doing his job. People are acting like if Vlad called the cops and be like, hey, make sure to watch this interview. And the cops are going to watch these kind of interviews when they interview rappers or gang members or whatever. They're going to watch, period. Right? It's knowing your laws, knowing what you can say and what you can't say, and all of that, right? Example, like, for example, they tell me, oh, you know how I do my videos, right? And then they go, how come you don't do like hood vlogs, right? Like where you go to the neighborhoods and interview the homies with their homies and stuff like that. There's a difference from doing a video about something, right? And now going and showing these individuals in their neighborhoods, representing a criminal organization that does criminal activity in the moment, like as of right now, like it's happening right now. You know what I mean? You if you don't know your laws, bro, that's not the smartest idea to do, right? Compared to somebody who is showing pictures. That's why, that's why it was no big deal for teenager magazines and stuff like that, right? Because that's different from doing a live video as that's occurring right now of these individuals representing a criminal organization in their thing, doing the activity that they tend to do. That's completely different from hanging out with your homies and taking a picture, hanging out around with your friends and taking a picture, compared to you're showing video of these individuals in the area that they do criminal activity, most likely doing criminal activity. You get me? You have to know how the law works, right? And why these two things are completely different from each other, even though they seem similar, right? You're showing people in their neighborhoods and stuff like that. It's two completely different things, and that's why you get busted for one and not the other, right? I think Keefe D sees other people doing interviews on maybe some crimes from back then, and he wasn't able to decipher what you can and can't say, and a lot of people do that. That's why you see a lot of people come on here and they'll be like, oh, I could talk about it because the statute of limitations over. What statute of limitation? What are you talking about? It's not all equal, right? Different statutes of limitation for different things. They hold different time frames. What statute of limit? They say it like if it's all one thing, when it's not. That's how you know that they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it's most likely fabricated, or if not, they're probably going to get a knock on their door, because clearly they have no idea what they're talking about. That's why if you want to talk about, illegal or what, if you want to be out there breaking the law or stuff like that, know your law. Because then stuff like this happens. one of the things that they say, right, is and two, right, is always to have a lawyer present, because I always see people always try to talk their way out of stuff because it makes you look less guilty. That's not true. Even if you're not, even though you didn't commit this crime, still ask for a lawyer. You get what I'm saying? Never try to talk yourself out of anything, because how these interviews are created, right? These individuals know what they're doing. These detectives know what they're doing, bro. They're not just some donut eating whatever idiots that people think that they are. These are highly intelligent people that have been trained to look for um, people's human behavior, right? The psychology of individuals, right? They start with small talk, divert conversation to try to get people talking, right? And then when they ask certain questions about certain things, from the whole dialogue that you guys been having, your demeanor is going to change once they start talking about something that that you're telling a fib about, or anything like that. You're not going to be able to control your overall reaction on it, right? People tend to stutter. They kind of tend to hesitate. They re-ask the question. They start, moving their feet, their hands, their thumb. People don't even know the things that they do, right? Their eyebrow, whatever. And these people are watching, bro. And it goes, man, he look at the way he was behaving when we were talking about all of this, it's cool. And as soon as we asked about this, look at how now it completely, 180, and now they know where to home in on. And because you think you're smart and you could outplay these people in this game of chess or whatever, they have the advantage, bro. They already have you against the wall because you're lying. So you're already in there at a disadvantage. Don't think that because you know that you're the one that created the scenario that you could con your way out of it, bro. No, you're not at an advantage. You're at a disadvantage because you're lying. And they have the truth on their side. A lie will never beat the truth, because the truth exists out there, right? So there's a forming way of the truth coming out. Even if you were just the only person, there's a chance that you could, get tricked into telling the truth. So there's always a form of the truth coming out. Right? And it's a lot harder proving a lie because of that. That's why it's important to get a lawyer, because now they have to go through the lawyer. So now they don't get to observe your face expressions, your overall demeanor, and all of that. Now they don't get to, home in on where and what they move. And there's sometimes where the person's innocent, right? But because, of the overall scenario, he's nervous. He makes himself look guilty. And now you're kind of looked at as a suspect. And now you're kind of like, now you're getting harassed and shit like that, when it was better off you just getting a lawyer, bro. You're not going to look as guilty or nothing like that, bro. That's what they're there for. But get a good lawyer. Don't get the one that is assigned to you, because them motherfuckers don't care about nothing, bro. They be going in there talking about, hey, he said 15 years is a good thing, you should take it. Like, motherfucker. These people are like, don't even like their jobs, don't like their salary, bro. You need to go get somebody who actually, he needs to win this case in order to get that paycheck, my boy. So he's gonna fight, he's gonna put in that work in, bro. He's trying to get paid, homie. But overall, that's just my opinion. Overall, he should have, never been talking. Know your law. Get a lawyer. But most important out of everything, stay in school. Be a good, productive person in society. Don't be committing crimes, because you get nowhere, by doing that. Educate yourself. Be successful, and you'll live life, cool. But if you want to be out there committing crime and living that underground life and the gangster life, then expect the chaos, the consequences, the drama, and all that, because that's what this world is entangled with. I'm not lying. Those are the facts. Singing Shadowy out.